Okay, alright everyone, how are y'all feeling? Are y'all ready for some action? Okay, that's what I like to hear. In just a moment, we'll be introducing our contestants on stage. Y'all ready for them? Alright, make some noise! Cowering among the blue corner with an array of exclusive games, we got PlayStation and its State of Play. Opposing the blue beast comes the man himself, the host of the Game Awards, it's Jeff Keighley and the Summer Game Fest. And finally, coming through with the power of Game Pass, it's Xbox and the Xbox Showcase. Okay, right off the gate, PlayStation's throwing Pragmata ahead to get things started. Okay, and Xbox countering with Ninja Gaiden 4, and whoa, PlayStation already pulling out the Silent Hill card. Xbox doubles down with 3D Super Meat Boy, and man, what's Jeff up to? Holy shit! Sonic Crossroads coming out already? Support Fire's coming in from some stacked collabs. Uh-oh, looks like Sega didn't cover that enormous price tag. Yeah, PlayStation's gonna take advantage of that with Hirogami. A real sexy looking game, might I say, but looks like Jeff's gonna defend using Mouse PI, and oof, yikes, Hirogami won't be on Steam, are you serious? Yeah, looks like Xbox and Jeff will be maximizing on the opportunity with Mudang 2 Hearts coming from Xbox and Fractured Blooms coming from Jeff. Come on, PlayStation! It's not looking too good for PlayStation. Oh, shit! Pulling out the 007, a new Marvel fighting game. Oh, nah, the crowd is going wild. PlayStation forcing out reinforcements from everyone. However, Jeff seems to be in a great position with the insane backup from Sonic Crossroads. Clockwork Revolution put in work for Xbox, but that long-ass trailer triggers my self-diagnosis of ADHD, and Jeff, they're pulling out the Xbox Steam Deck with Silk Song, and it doesn't even matter, Xbox can't catch a break. Jeff with the new Resident Evil. PlayStation tries to make a push towards Jeff. What is happening here? Xbox is defending fiercely, but PlayStation pulls out Ghost of Yotei, but down goes PlayStation. Jeff and his support fire pump it off. Jeff has a serious advantage here, yet he gets knocked down. PlayStation with the clutch. Xbox summons Persona 4 Remake, cleans up PlayStation, and Xbox running in for the suicide bomb. Jeff misses the tackle. Down goes support fire. I repeat, down goes support fire, and Jeff alongside that.
If you couldn't tell, I had a lot of fun making that intro. Hello there, internet user. I hope you've been satisfied with the past game showcases that have happened recently. That is, if you've watched them. I know I have, and I don't know jack doodly about most of these games. That big-ass intro I spent way too much time editing pretty much summed up which games I was most interested in and or caught my attention the most. I watched the new State of Play, Summer Game Fest, and Xbox Showcase, and I think they all got their fair share of juicy games. And I say that knowing very well I won't be buying most of these games anytime soon after their launches because 1, I'm broke, 2, I still have many other games I want to play first, and 3, there are plenty of older games that are still amazing and way cheaper through sales and such while still maintaining excellent quality. Or in other words, I'm broke. In case you couldn't tell, I'm just gonna be yapping about some of my thoughts on these showcases and some of the games, so stick around if you care. You see, I'm a very new gamer, meaning that I've only recently started branching out to try many different kinds of games. I'm very uncultured, so seeing so many people spam L or woke while so many new games announce themselves is mildly frustrating, not gonna lie. It's even worse on Twitter, man, but then again, it is Twitter. Oh, and yes, I do scroll Twitter, and yes, I do hate myself. People are so miserable, man, crying over every game announcement because it's not the one specific game they wanted, and here I am feeling like a kid on Christmas Day getting my ass stuffed with all these new games that look so cool. Granted, I couldn't tell you the names of most of these games in order to save my life, but I still pay attention, damn it. If game looked good, I'd be happy and interested. And I don't cry when I don't instantly see Silk Song or Hornet getting freaky or some shit like that. Between all these game showcases, I've popped off and gotten all crazy and shit for only one game. Persona 4 Revival. Oh! Oh! Quick little FYI, I love Persona. At least the modern 3 games. We don't talk about the first 2. Sorry guys, maybe I'll get around to you a lot in the near future. Now I'll save the gushing for later. What I want to say is, I'm super familiar and fond of the Persona series, so I'm only gonna pop off, start giggling and shit, kicking my feet when that series shows up with a new game or something. Same thing with Silk Song. I love Hollow Knight, but there's no actual news here, let's be real.
Hey Jeffy.
What?
What? You're reading
What's this yellow?
It means
Hornet?
You're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer, so you can
Oh
pimp
shit!
my revolutionary
Oh,
VR
man.
gaming venture that will shock you.
Fucking Deadpool, man. Alright, fair enough. But surely that means we get Silksong at the end of it.
This one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again.
Oh yeah.
When I first got a
Yeah,
glimpse of
man,
this
Team
project
Cherry's
last
been on a
summer, I was
roll. God damn, that game actually looks sick. But no Silksong, unfortunately. Surely the Xbox Showcase. Oh my god, it's Silksong on the Xbox Steam Deck!
The highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year.
Later this year? Wait a minute. I've played these games before!
Thanks for joining us today. But before we
Yo?
get into the direct, we have a final.
What the fuck? It's only been 8 months since the last COD. Oh well, I'm sure Silksong fans will be very civil and normal about all this. Guys, I feel like Silksong fans need help. Some of these guys are really not okay, man, but honestly, I find it hilarious seeing chaos unfold in this hellhole. Pardon me there. I'm not familiar with most games that were shown across all these showcases, but that doesn't mean I can't get excited or interested in other games. I want to branch out and try new games. PlayStation State of Play was the first showcase to premiere. Pragmata caught my eye, and I think it looks pretty spicy. Something tells me that this will be a very emotional game, but I don't know. That's just a funny feeling I'm getting from this trailer. Hirogami looks flippin' sexy, Dimmy Dum Dog. I love the art style to this game and it looks really fun, but it's not coming to Steam. Yo, Future Meekle here. It turns out this game is indeed coming to Steam. I didn't realize until much later. This friggin' trailer only showed PS5, man. Come on! But yay! Yay! 007 First Light looks awesome, and Ghost of Yotei is still being teased. And finally, this Marvel fighting game looks absolutely sexy and super fun to play. Next showcase to come was the Summer Game Fest, and with that came an absolutely insane collab. New Sonic racing game starring my favorite Sonic characters such as Sonic, Hatsune Miku, Yakuza, Joker Persona 5, and fucking Minecraft Steve. Watching this live was hilarious. Hatsune Miku threw me on my ass, then I recognized this Yakuza fella, and then Joker came, which all tickled my funny bone a bit too much. And then when I thought it couldn't get any better, Minecraft Steve. Mouse PI brought another trailer to the fest, and goddamn, I want to play this game. No release date yet, unfortunately. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree 3D Deluxe Edition with new funky mode. Sorry, it's not a big deal or anything. I just think the title got a bit too many words for my dumbass to comprehend. This game looks pretty interesting. Also, I like the Junkie Fox cat guy. It looks like a fun time. However, what doesn't look like a fun time is Fractured Blooms. This game looks like the type of game to make me shit myself constantly and make me want to die. I would absolutely hate every second of playing this game, which is exactly why I want to play this game. I gotta be like one of the top 10 biggest pussies when it comes to playing video games. I hate horror so much. I don't play horror games. I've watched Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's so much, and yet when I boot up night 1 on the first game, it's an immediate shift in tone. I've played Inside and Firewatch. Not horror games, but they got some minor horror elements, and that is enough to put me on edge during my entire playthrough for each game. So, I will look forward to playing this. Kinda. And the new Resident Evil. The same logic applies here. Finally, moving on to the Xbox Showcase, we got some new footage of Silksong. Nice. Only to get no news of Silksong. Aww. Less than 7 months remain. Soon enough, we will get Silksong. 3D Super Meat Boy looked pretty fun, and Ninja Gaiden 4 looks really fun. Moodang 2 Hearts caught my attention, and it looks fucking awesome as well, and Clockwork Revolution 2. But I would like to see more of this guy first, cause it looked very interesting, but I don't know, something about the trailer got my funny hairs tingling. Something feels off. Off topic, but I want to point out Beast of Reincarnation that's being made by Game Freak. What? You telling me that the same people behind this shit is making this? Huh. Okay, so it's you! You're responsible for forcing out annual rush to Pokemon games, you bastard! Also off topic, I wanted to bring up this game Animo. I'm not really interested in it, but I wanted to point out that I found the music choice to be pretty funny. Shit sounds like it would play in a Roblox Tycoon game. I don't mean that in a bad way though, I like the song, I just found it pretty funny. And then finally what I'm most excited for, generally speaking, Persona 4 Revival. Now, I don't give a damn that we're getting another remake right after Persona 3 Reload came out last year. I also think Persona 4 Golden is fine fine as is, and it didn't really need a remake, but shut up, I don't care. I'm so stoked that it's getting a remake. You can complain and bitch about Persona 6 not being announced, but meanwhile, I'll be not miserable and rejoice for the return of my goat Kanji in HD, and pretty much the whole cast as well. That teaser was like 3.5 seconds long though. You can tell this game is very early in development. That doesn't bother me though. I've seen the memes already and it's hilarious. Out of these modern Persona games, Persona 4 is probably my least favorite, but this is still like a top 10 game for me, and this remake will probably make me love P4 even more. Persona 4 Golden is an incredible JRPG that brings an awesome cast, fire soundtrack, fun story, and a ton of emotionally gripping moments into one big happy meal of a game. The turn-based combat is also fine, and the dungeon crawling is pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I much prefer the turn-based stuff and dungeon crawling and flashiness from Persona 5 Royal. Persona 4 Golden is also the shortest of the modern Persona games, at least it was for me. It's also the cheapest on Steam, so if you're interested in the game or want to get into the Persona franchise, you can't go wrong with Persona 4 Golden. Just stay away from the fandom, and spoilers. I'll look forward to the release of Persona 4 Revival. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be ready with my 90 Canadian dollars for when this game inevitably releases. That is a big ouch to my wallet, but I don't give a fuck. I'll pay up. If you watched this whole video, thanks a bunch. I guess I'm kind of late to the hype of these showcases, but I don't care. I wanted to make a fun video. I'll get back to working on my Deltarune video now, but that video might take some time. I'll see what the future holds. Anyway, have a great day, internet user. Thanks for watching.